The 32nd annual Heartland International Film Festival opened Thursday with a roar, and the HBO and Time Studios documentary The Lionheart launched this year's festival with a sold-out crowd for the film's first screening of the week. The Lionheart is an emotional documentary about the life and legacy of two-time Indianapolis 500 champion Dan Wheldon, a name that has never left the lips of motorsports fans, new and old, and an event that shook the industry to its core. I'm honored now to be joined by filmmaker Laura Brownson and Dan's wife, Susie Wheldon. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
This film was 3 years in the making, and we're only 10 years removed now from losing Dan. Has this project been a blessing to tackle? Was your heart, Susie, speaking to you, ready for this story to be compiled like this?
Yeah, I think that the timing of it was everything. And I'd been approached before with something similar, and it just didn't feel right. The timing wasn't right. And, I obviously have had a chance the last, many years to kind of process everything and move forward with my kids. So when Laura and I got in touch back in 2020, we really hit it off and had a strong connection. And I knew that this was the right person and the right group of people to tell the story. And I knew that it would be in good hands.
The Lionheart pays a special focus on your sons, Sebastian and Oliver, and how they've come to process their grief and honor their father in this process as well. Laura, you've been now up and close and personal with this family for years now. What's it been like for you? What's one of those biggest learning moments or shifts, I guess, in perspective since embedding with the family?
Well, I'm actually the mother of two boys myself, so it wasn't foreign, uncharted territory, really. It wasn't foreign to me at all. So the chaos of two boys, but then two boys who are, racing in karts every weekend and was a lot to tackle. It was actually quite physically exhausting. I don't know how she does it as much as she does, but it's incredible to watch these kids follow in their father's footsteps. It's incredible to see their sort of genuine talent. They are born to do what they're doing. It is, in their blood for sure.
Susie, what's that like for you watching? Because I know as fans of racing and fans of your husband, there's a sense of nostalgia and almost joy in watching them do it now. What's it like for you, though, being the mother of them watching it?
Yeah, I feel all those things too. I think the track is a really comfortable place for me, and I feel at home, and I actually feel quite peaceful there, even though it's kind of amongst all of this loud noise and craziness. And then you add on, obviously, the layer of, Dan's passing and the boys kind of carrying on in the same way that he did. So there's a lot to kind of unpack, and we've had the chance to kind of do that. But I just feel like I always knew that I wanted to give them the opportunity if it was something that they were interested in, but it's really been their decision. And so, I'm always really proud when I can see them out there and achieving and winning races and just kind of moving through their journey of, hopefully becoming professional race car drivers someday.
Susie, you kind of alluded to this a little bit ago as we were talking about this film now coming out and it having been 10 years. Such a public event like that, obviously, and such a popular figure in the sport. How has your perception changed from grief to now helping your kids navigate the same thing that you helped your husband navigate?
I guess a simple answer is just it does feel natural because I've just been in this world for so long, and so there are things that that I kind of understand, I guess, in a way that maybe most parents, even parents in, that have their children in racing, they might not have spent a considerable amount of time with somebody at the professional level and kind of, taking care of them in that way. So, it's kind of a perfect scenario or combination I would say. And the boys have really taken to the environment and, they enjoy it. And I'm just, grateful to be along for the ride. Really. It's kind of their show.
Oh, she's also like downplaying how good she is at it. And the truth is, what people don't know is that she worked in motorsports before she was with Dan. So, she really knew herself, her way through it in and out before she was, wife of Dan Wheldon. And so they're lucky to have her behind them.
Real quick, Laura, this racing is such an intimate sport anyway, but when you bring in this familial element to it and really let people behind those doors into this process, that adds another layer to a documentary that I think really brings people to the screen. Is that what you have found, even with just this first screening, and as people start to watch it, that they feel that closeness that we all feel with the sport?
Yeah, I've said from the beginning that, the film is, of course, a race car driver's story, but there are these themes, these universal themes. One of them being this familial legacy and passing down from father to son, from parent to child, what we do. And that is very, very much part of the film, and then there's the family of motorsports, and there's this kind of amazing community that has just been really wonderful to be part of, and to watch how they support Susie and the boys, and, and how they helped the film was really great.
Well, it's certainly gotten an amazing reception so far, and a lot of people are very excited about this film. I thank you both for taking time to chat with me about it. It's a lot of fun, and we look forward to seeing Sebastian and Oliver at the Indy 500 in not so long from now.
Amazing. That would be the dream. So thank you so much.
We'll do the follow-up film for that one, part 2.
That's right. Thank you both so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.